Hello world, Super Al coming to you from beautiful Ontonagon, Michigan. This is a harborside town here on the shores of Lake Superior. This happens to be my favorite town in the entire Upper Peninsula. Small town of about 1,200 people. I believe it was first found by the French in the 1600s. Town was established probably about the 1800s. It's a mining town. It was also a lumber town and a port for shipping things out of Upper Michigan in the 1800s. And I'm going to take you for a little walk down the main drag here. Give you a little tour of the town. Ontonagon, as I said, is about 1,200 people. It's a struggling town. They really relied on mining, and they had a mill here up until about, I'd say, 2010. And that went out of business and really depleted the jobs for this area. So this town is trying to reinvent itself. And it seems to be a struggle in this town between the people that want change and people that don't want change, or not a lot of change. You got a lot of youth that have moved out of here, and it's an elderly population, so they still like things the way that they are. And I'm sure some of them do welcome change because they want to see their town thrive. But it is a struggle here. There are arguments in the town council and the town meetings about what they should do with the town, the marina, and what the future should be for this place. I have a few ideas. I'm not a resident here. I do have some land up in the general area, just a little north of here on Lake Superior. So I do have a little skin in the game here, even though I'm not a resident. I'm not a transplant, as they would call me, or anything like that. But I think that this town, it could definitely use some improvement because it has so much potential. It would make a great tourist town. You have the Porcupine Mountains Wilderness State Park, which is about 13 miles west of here. And they have a lot of land that's just east and north of here that's really uninhabited. It's undeveloped, and it has the potential along the shore north of here to possibly put a campground. And I've heard in the 10-year or the 20-year plan for this town that they were planning to do it on the Firestill River just north of here and make some kind of a campground, and I think that could help. I also think that this town could use a brew pub. You have two other towns that had similar situations of Copper Harbor and Grand Marais, which is east of here in Upper Peninsula. They're both lake towns that had a lot of problems after the mining and the lumber went away. And they are also end of the road towns. This is an end of the road town too that's really kind of out of the way. But I think a brew pub in this town would really spark things off, because that's what Copper Harbor and Grand Marais did, and they seem to have a lot more tourists and a lot more money being generated in the summertime and probably in the winter from the snowmobilers and stuff. And their town seems to be doing okay. Now this town is doing all right. There's Anytime Fitness they just put in here. They have bars, they have cafes, but they also had people that did put some money into this town, made a nice coffee shop, as we'll see up here. It didn't succeed. Some say they had a bad business model. I don't know. I really don't know all too much of that. But it seems like it could have succeeded, but they just went under within like a year, 2 years. It's a great, again, a great building that I think could be turned into a brew pub and help this town. I'm not all, trying to advocate people drinking and driving around. They got enough bars here already. But it does bring tourists. We made pizzas and food there and fresh beer. They will come. And I'll come for coffee. But I can guarantee you the people camping in the woods would come for that. I think if they also improve the marina, more for recreational fishing, kayaking, canoeing, would help the town. And again, if they would develop north and west of here along, as the locals would know, 10-mile point 10-mile beach. I think it would attract people that they would have the option of either going to the Porcupine Mountains or north of here. And they would have to come back to this town because it's the main one in this area that people need things. But I think the people that go to the Porcupine Mountains, they don't necessarily come this way because some people don't want to drive out of the woods this far just to go to a coffee shop or, pick up a few snacks in town. But if there was some more to attract those people here, I think it would help this town a lot. Now, there's people in the small towns getting closer to the Porkies that are taking advantage of that, and they're improving their hotels, improving stuff for RVs, putting a little gas station and convenience store so people don't have to come as far. So this town has to work a little harder, I think, in order to attract more tourists. This would be a great tourist town. They have a river that you can come in on a boat in a nice marina. But you think it could be improved a lot more. I just passed this place here. I want to show you real quick. This is the coffee shop that was improved here. This guy's out of business already. But if anybody has an idea to make a brew pub, I'm telling you, this would be the place to do it. And it would be a moneymaker. I don't know what the rules are in the town for a liquor license or whatever, but I truly think that would help this town. Over there is the Ontonagon River. Safe harbor here. A great little place if you're on a boat and need to come in out of the storm. And this town also has everything that you would need to have a great grocery store that's fully stocked. They have gas stations, they have a hospital, they have schools, dentist, laundromat, hardware store. And yet this town still seems to struggle because the people just can't seem to agree on what they want done here, how they want their town to go forward. So that was my 2 cents about what I think could be done here to help this place. And I think something along that order would generate more shops, arts and crafts, and if you got more recreational things for the people to do, such as camping and hiking in the woods north of here, it's gonna give people an alternative. Do we want to go to the Porcupine Mountains, or do we want to camp at one of the smaller campgrounds north of here? And they do have one in town here, but that one fills up fast. So more campgrounds and more recreational would definitely get people to come to this town. It's a great little place. Like I said, this is my favorite town in all of the Upper Peninsula. I come here quite often. And like I said, I have a little stake in the game because I have a place up here too. It's not quite developed yet, but I'm working on it. As you can see, everything is still pretty much in business around here. They don't have as many abandoned buildings as some of these other towns up here, but they are still struggling. We're coming up to the end of the town here. You'll get to see the beach in a little bit and see the glory of Lake Superior, the jewel of this place. This is a sipping shack. They're usually open in the summertime with the dilly bars. They're famous for those. Over there we got the Ontonagon Lighthouse off in the distance across the river. They have a new EV charging station here for the future. People with electric vehicles. They just put that in a few months ago. Well, the town is trying to, keep up with the times, but they definitely need some more investment. They're not getting it from the state because this is the poorest county in all of Michigan, so money ain't coming to them very fast or very much of it. This town also has an airport, so people with small airplanes can fly in here, which is another advantage. I believe this is a ship, or I don't know if it's ship repair, or they do something with boats in this big warehouse building up here with the American flag. It's probably about the main industry of this town. They had proposed a biofuel plant here, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think the people were kind of hoping for that, but that's you know, that's a long ways off if it is going to happen. I do know that the White Pine Mine, which is close to here, is opening with some new work, but I'm sure it's going to be fairly limited. So tourism. That is the way to go for this town. Guys, got to get your stuff together here, guys, and figure out how you're going to bring those tourists in. It's a VFW post here. Salute to all the veterans. Take a walk over here and show you the beach. Finish up my video here. My little talk about Ontonagon and my little tour here. Guys, I really hope you like my videos. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave some comments. And especially locals from up here in Ontonagon. Put your 2 cents in. Be willing to hear. I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say about the future of your town. And I'd sure like to help in any way possible. Sorry if it's breezy here because the wind is coming off the lake and it is chilly. Ontonagon has a beautiful sand beach here. Guys, it's 45 degrees out, but believe me, I'm gonna go jump in this lake when I'm done with this video. That I won't be filming. But I am gonna do it. Trust me, anybody that knows me knows I'm going in this lake today. I'm sure that water's pretty cold. Beach. Anybody that's watching and listening to this video, you get a chance, come up here. This place is a diamond. Absolute gem on Lake Superior. Fresh water, good fishing, good swimming, hiking, and if you love the woods, this is the spot for you. Well, let's check out this nice sandy beach. No, it's not Miami, but probably my favorite beach in the world. One of them. And they have the best sunsets on the planet. I always say you'd have to go to Tahiti to find a better sunset on the planet than Ontonagon. So here it is, guys. My property is out there in the distance. Way out on that point over there. And here's the beautiful beach of Ontonagon, Michigan. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. You Al. I'm taking you places.